Hello again. Welcome to John's Jazz Joint. John and producer Lisa, we are going to be looking at Cole Porter. There is probably enough material for three parts. Today we're going to be looking at the early life of Cole Porter, and we'll start with a song, one of his early hit songs from 1929, You Do Something to Me. Hope you enjoy it. You do something to me, something that simply mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be you have the power to hypnotize me? Let me live neath your spell. Do that, voodoo that you do so well, for you do something to me that nobody else could do. So, Cole Porter could be said to have been born with a silver spoon in his mouth. It's a way of saying that basically he was born into wealth. His grandfather was reputed to be the wealthiest man in Indiana based on timber and coal speculation, and he had big plans for his grandson. So did his mother. His mother was very strong-willed, and she had him learn the violin at age 6 and the piano at age 8. He wrote his first operetta at 10. Wow. So he was well underway. He related very well to his mother, not so much to his dad, who was a druggist, but the dad was also a bit of a poet and a singer. So the idea that the mother was promoting him into a musical career probably is true, but the grandfather had other plans for him. The grandfather wanted him to become a lawyer, so he sent him to an academy when he was 14 years old with the intention of him becoming a lawyer. However, young Cole Porter, you can see a picture of him here as a young man. He was very, very apt at entertaining people, and he became the valedictorian of his class. He basically wrote a lot of material. When he went on to Yale, he basically he wrote 300 songs for Yale University when he went on after the academy. So Cole Porter then basically was on his way to a law career in the first instance, but he went to Yale, and as I said, he wrote 300 songs while he was there. Some of them are still being performed at Yale. In 1917, the United States entered World War I, and young Cole Porter went overseas to serve in the French Foreign Legion, and his picture is still on a museum there. He took along a portable piano, one that folded up and he could carry it in his backpack. And so as he moved from place to place during the war, he would entertain troops. And then again, his talent became well known. After the war, he came back to New York and went to Harvard. And again, under the influence of his grandfather, he was studying law. But the dean at the Harvard University met with Cole Porter and advised him that law was not in his future, that he had a better career in music. And so Cole Porter transferred from law into music. Of course, they didn't tell the grandfather that. They kept that a secret from him. But his mother knew, and she approved of the fact that he was going into music now. So throughout the period of the 20s, he would be writing a lot of material for other people, their shows. So in 1919, he met a lady by the name of Thomas. She was from Kentucky, and she was from Wealth. And so the two of them got married in 1919, and it began a lifelong relationship between the two of them. She was aware that he had a proclivity towards men, and that didn't bother her too much because she thought she had social standing. He was a confidant and an escort, and she gave him the protection that he kind of needed in this time when homosexuality was not really approved of. So in this period of time from 1919, when he married, to 1929, this period of 10 years, he was kind of in an uncomfortable spot for performing for commissions, and there were a lot of things that were done without him really getting noticed for the kind of things that he was able to do. We're going to take a break now and do another song. This one, again, is now 1929, and it sort of looks at the comical side of what Cole Porter could do. It's called Let's Do It, Let's Fall in Love. Are you okay?
Yeah.
uneducated, please do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. In Spain, the best upper sets do it. Lithuanians, and let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it. Not to mention the Finn folks in Siam do it. Think of Siamese twins. Some Argentines without means do it. People say in Boston even beans do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. So that was from 1929, and that basically showed the comical side, which was very important in terms of his future career of writing Broadway plays. And he would also do a lot of music for movies in Hollywood in a later phase. But at this point in time, we're talking 1928, 1929, he's basically writing plays for Broadway, for the theater. And it's the theater in Paris, London, and New York. He is, his grandfather, when he graduated from the high school, gave him as a reward, he gave him a walking tour of France, Switzerland, and Germany. And so that was part of the fact that he was coming from wealth, and he basically, again, when he was a student at Yale in New York, they would take the train into New York City from Connecticut, and they would go to the theater, and they lived very, very well. When he married, as I mentioned, he married this lady. They had a lifestyle that was very, very luxurious. They rented, for example, they rented a villa in Venice, Italy, for the equivalent of about $60,000 a month. And they would, and at one time, to entertain people, he engaged the whole Russian ballet to come and entertain, and he had something like 50 gondoliers that were there to bring people across the waters to their palace. So, in the early phases of his life, he knew wealth, and he enjoyed wealth. He basically did a lot of things to take advantage of his wealth. Now we're going to take a look at the more serious side of Cole Porter. We have two songs now that show quite a change from the first two pieces that we did. This next one comes from 1929 as well, and it's called "What Is This Thing Called Love?" called love, this funny thing called love. Just who can solve the mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one wonderful day. You took my heart and threw it away. That's why I asked the Lord in heaven above,
what do you want in the blender?
what is this thing
With what?
called love?
What you usually make. Come on, Navak.
So he begins a very
Come. I know.
let your
mom go.
Okay. Hold on, Mila. Can you Okay, John is in the middle. He's doing. Okay, here we go. Mila, can you help Nana with making a smoothie, please? Come on. Keep going, John.
The final song that we're going to be looking at was written for a play called The New Yorkers, and it's about a streetwalker, and the topic was pretty risque at that time. The lyrics were basically could not be played on the radio. It became popular as an instrumental. However, it was a long period of time before it was accepted in to a general audience. I was playing music one day at Lisa's establishment, and a young lady who heard me playing wanted to sing a song, and I told her I was doing Cole Porter stuff. She wanted to do this song, and it turns out that she had a beautiful voice. It's called Love for Sale. So this song became a standard as an instrumental, but the lyrics were a little too risque for public consumption at that period of time. And that brings us to a close for part 1 of Cole Porter. Hope to see you next time when we come back. Bye for now.